Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Daily Cup English. I'm Liam.
And I'm Chloe. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Every day, we bring you a new episode where we talk about life, habits, and ideas in simple English. It's like having a friendly conversation with us every morning.
Yes, so if you want to practice your English every day, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow this podcast. That way, you can enjoy a little English with your coffee, your tea, or even your walk to school or work.
Exactly. We post new episodes daily, so you'll always have something fresh to listen to.
Okay, Liam, so what's our topic today?
Today, we're talking about something very interesting. Your thoughts shape your life.
Yes, I love this topic. It's simple, but it's also powerful. Our thoughts can really change the way we feel and the way we live.
Right. But before we go deep, let's explain this phrase in an easy way. Your thoughts shape your life means the way you think can build or shape the kind of life you have.
For example, if you think, I can do this, you will probably try harder. But if you think, I can't do it, maybe you will stop before you even try.
Exactly. It's like your thoughts are the driver of the car. If your thoughts go in a positive direction, your life will go forward. If your thoughts go in a negative direction, maybe your life will stop or even go backward.
That's a nice picture, Liam. I think it's true. Your thoughts are like the steering wheel in the car of your life. They decide where you go.
So, Chloe, let me ask you, when you hear this phrase, your thoughts shape your life, what comes to your mind first?
Good question. I think about how I used to worry a lot. I always thought about problems, and because of that, I often felt stressed. But when I started to change my thoughts, I started to feel calmer and happier.
That's a good example. For me, I think about sports. When I play basketball, if I think I'm going to miss this shot, most of the time I really miss it. But if I think I can make this shot, I usually play better.
Yes, I totally understand that. Our mind is so powerful. Even small thoughts can make a big difference.
And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How thoughts can change your feelings, your actions, and finally, your life.
So let's start with some personal stories, right?
Yes, let's do it.
So Liam, maybe we can share some personal stories? I think stories make this topic more real.
Good idea. Okay, I'll start. A few years ago, I was very negative. At that time, I didn't like my job. I woke up every morning and thought, this is going to be a bad day.
Oh no.
Yes, and because I thought that way, I always felt tired. Even before I started work, I already felt like the day was lost.
That sounds really hard.
It was. My boss was not bad, my coworkers were not bad, but my mind was full of negative thoughts. I told myself I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. And guess what? My work was not good because my thoughts were not good.
Yes, it's like a cycle. Negative thoughts bring negative results.
Exactly. Then, one day, I talked to a friend. He told me, try to change your thoughts. Try to say something positive, even small. At first, I didn't believe him, but I tried. In the morning, I started saying, today can be a good day, or I will do my best.
And did it help?
Yes, slowly. Not in one day, but step by step. I started to feel better. When I thought I can do this task, I worked harder and usually I finished it better. That small change in my mind changed my day.
That's amazing. It shows how powerful our thoughts are.
Yeah. And now, Chloe, I want to hear your story. Did you ever feel the same way?
Yes, of course. For me, it was about confidence. When I was younger, I was afraid to speak in front of people. At school, if the teacher asked me to talk, I felt nervous. My thought was always, I will make a mistake, or people will laugh at me.
I think many people feel that.
Yes, it's very common. But because of these thoughts, I didn't try. I stayed quiet. I didn't raise my hand. I didn't share my ideas.
So, what changed?
One day, I decided to try something new. I told myself, it's okay if I make a mistake. People don't care as much as I think. I started with small steps. I raised my hand once. I answered one question. And you know what? nobody laughed. The teacher was happy, and some classmates even smiled at me.
That must have felt good.
Yes, it felt really good. From that day, I learned something important. When my thoughts changed from I can't to I can try, my actions changed too. I became more confident, little by little.
That's so true. Your thoughts gave you the courage to act.
Yes, and I think this is the key. Our thoughts come first, then our actions follow. And when our actions change, our life starts to change too.
I like that. Thoughts, actions, life.
Exactly. That's why this topic is so important.
So friends, maybe you can think about your own story too. Has there been a time when your thoughts made your day worse? Or maybe a time when your thoughts gave you strength?
Yes, think about it. Because when you notice your thoughts, you can start to change them.
Okay, Chloe, so now that we've shared our stories, maybe we can talk about the benefits of positive thinking.
Yes, let's do that.
All right, Chloe. So now let's talk about the good side, positive thinking. What are the benefits when we think in a positive way?
There are many. The first one, I think, is simple. You just feel better. When your thoughts are positive, your feelings are lighter, happier.
Yes, I agree. For example, if I wake up and say, "Today is going to be a good day," I feel more energy. It's not magic, but my brain feels more ready.
Exactly. It's like you're giving yourself a little push. Positive thoughts are like a small cup of coffee for your mind.
I like that image. Positive thoughts are like coffee. They wake you up in a good way.
Another benefit is motivation. If you think, I can do it, you have more power to try.
Yes, like when I started running last year, at first I thought, I'm not a runner. I can't run more than 5 minutes. And of course, I stopped very quickly.
Oh, I know that feeling.
But then I changed my thought. I told myself, I can run a little more each day. That positive thought gave me the energy to try again. Now I can run for 30 minutes without stopping.
Wow, that's great. So your positive thinking helped you to grow step by step.
Yes. And what about you, Chloe? Do you have an example?
Sure. For me, it's about exercise too. Sometimes I don't want to go to the gym. My thought is, I'm too tired. But if I change my thought to, I will feel better after I exercise, then I usually go. And guess what? After the gym, I really do feel better.
That's a perfect example. A small change in thought can make a big change in action.
Yes. And another benefit is problem solving. When you think positive, you see more options. For example, if something goes wrong, instead of thinking, this is the end, you can think, okay, this is hard, but maybe I can try another way.
That's true. I remember one time my car broke down. At first, I was angry. My thought was, why me? This is terrible. But then I stopped and said, okay, this is not the end of the world. I can call for help. I can wait. It's fine. That positive thought made me calmer.
Yes, and being calm is also a benefit. Positive thinking helps you relax, even when things are not perfect.
So let's make a small list. Positive thinking gives you better feelings, more energy, motivation to try, ideas for solving problems, calm and peace inside.
That's a very nice list, Liam. And I think all of us want these things in our life.
Yes, I do for sure.
Me too. And maybe the biggest benefit is hope. Positive thinking gives you hope that tomorrow can be better.
I love that. Hope is powerful. If you think tomorrow will be better, you will keep going.
Yes, and that's how we grow.
All right, Chloe, so we talked about the good side, but maybe now we should also look at the other side. What happens if our thoughts are negative?
Yes, let's do that. Negative thinking has many problems. So, Liam, now let's talk about the other side. What happens when our thoughts are negative?
Well, first of all, negative thoughts make you feel bad. If you wake up and say, Today will be terrible. You already start your day with low energy.
Yes, it's true. I've had days like that. I told myself, I'm so tired, nothing will go well. And because of that, I felt heavy all day.
Exactly. Negative thinking is like carrying a big, heavy bag. You walk slower and everything feels harder.
That's a good picture. And another problem is that negative thoughts stop you from trying. For example, if you think, I can't learn English, maybe you will stop studying.
Yes, I know someone who felt that way. He wanted to learn guitar. At first, he was excited. But after 1 week, he said, I'm not good at this. I'll never play well. And because of that thought, he stopped practicing. And of course, he never got better.
That's sad. His thought stopped his dream.
Yes, and I think many people do the same with school, with work, or even with relationships. Negative thinking tells them, don't try, you will fail.
And the truth is, everyone fails sometimes. But if your thoughts are negative, you see only the failure, not the lesson.
Right. Negative thoughts make small problems look very big.
I remember one time when I had a presentation at work. The night before, I kept thinking, I will forget my words, I will look stupid.
Oh no, that sounds stressful.
It was. I couldn't sleep well, and the next day I was so nervous. My hands were shaking. And because I was nervous, I really did forget some of my words.
So the thought became real.
Yes, my negative thought created the problem. If I had thought, it's okay, I will do my best, maybe I would have felt calmer.
That's a strong example. Negative thinking doesn't just hurt your feelings, it can change your actions too.
Exactly. And another problem is relationships. If you always think people don't like me, you may not talk to people. And then, of course, you feel lonely.
That's true. I had a friend in college who always thought, nobody wants to be with me. But the truth was, people did like him. They wanted to hang out. But because of his negative thoughts, he stayed alone, and people thought he didn't want friends.
So, negative thoughts can even create distance between people.
Yes. And maybe the biggest problem is that negative thinking takes away hope. If you believe tomorrow will be bad, you don't try to make it better.
That's very sad. Hope is important for life. Without hope, everything feels dark.
So to make a list, negative thinking gives you bad feelings, low energy, no motivation to try, bigger problems in your mind, stress and worry, distance from other people, less hope for the future.
That's a long list, Liam.
Yes, but it's real. We all have negative thoughts sometimes, but if they control us, our life becomes smaller and darker.
That's why we need to learn how to change our thoughts into positive ones.
Yes, let's talk about that next.
Great! Let's share some simple tips for changing negative thoughts into positive ones.
All right, Chloe. Now let's talk about something very useful. How can we change our thoughts?
Yes, because it's not easy. We can't just say, be positive, and then it happens. We need small steps.
I agree. For me, one tip is to start the morning with a positive sentence. When I wake up, I say something like, today will be a good day, or I will do my best today.
That's nice. It's like you are giving yourself a good start.
Yes, and sometimes I even write it down on a paper and put it near my bed. When I see it, it reminds me to think positive.
That's a great idea. For me, one tip is writing in a journal. Every night, I write 3 things I'm thankful for. For example, I'm thankful for my family, or I'm thankful for the nice weather, or even I'm thankful for my hot coffee.
That sounds simple but powerful.
Yes, because when I focus on good things, my thoughts become lighter. My mind says, look, life is not so bad.
I like that. Gratitude changes your thoughts.
Another tip is to talk to yourself kindly. Many times, people speak to themselves in a negative way. I'm stupid or I'm lazy. But if you change your words to I'm learning or I'm trying, your mind feels different.
That's true. If you talk to a friend, you don't say, you're stupid. You try to be kind. So why not be kind to yourself too?
Exactly. And kindness in your thoughts makes you stronger.
Here's another idea. When a negative thought comes, stop and ask, is this true? For example, if you think, I can't learn English, ask yourself, is that really true or am I just tired today?
That's a very good question. Because sometimes our thoughts are not true. They are just feelings.
Yes, and when you see that, you can change the thought to something more helpful, like learning English is hard, but I can take small steps.
I like that a lot. It's not fake positive, it's realistic positive.
Right. We're not saying you must be happy all the time, but you can choose a better way to think.
Another tip is to spend time with positive people. If your friends are always negative, maybe you start to think the same. But if your friends are hopeful and kind, their thoughts can help you too.
That's so true. I once joined a group of people who liked running. At first, I thought, I can't run. But everyone there was so positive. They said, come on, you can do it. Their energy changed my thoughts, and I started to believe I could run too.
See? The people around us can shape our thoughts.
Yes, so to make a list of tips, 1. Start your morning with a positive sentence. 2. Write things you are thankful for. 3. Talk kindly to yourself. 4. Ask, is this thought really true? 5. Spend time with positive people.
That's a very good list.
Yes, and they are all simple. Anyone can try them.
Exactly. Even our listeners who are busy can try one small thing today.
Yes, and that small change can grow into a big change over time.
So now maybe we can talk about a little debate. Which is more important, thoughts or actions?
Oh yes, I like this question. Okay, Chloe, so here's the question. Which is more important, thoughts or actions?
That's a hard one. What do you think, Liam?
I think thoughts are more important because every action starts with a thought. Before you do something, you first think about it.
That's true, but I think actions are more important because sometimes people have good thoughts, but if they don't act, nothing changes.
Yes, but if your thoughts are wrong, your actions will go in the wrong direction. For example, if you think, I can't do it, maybe you never start.
I agree, but also think about this. If you wait until your thoughts are perfect, you may never act. Sometimes action changes your thoughts.
That's an interesting.
Can you give an example? Sure. For example, when I started going to the gym, my thought was, I'm too weak. I can't do this. But I still went. And after I acted, after I exercised, my thought changed. I thought, wow, I can do it.
Okay, that's a good point.
So sometimes action comes first.
But I still think thoughts are the leader. They're like the seed of a tree. Without the seed, there is no tree.
Yes, but the seed must grow. Action is like water and sun. Without action, the seed stays in the ground and nothing happens.
Okay, I like your picture. So maybe we need both.
Yes, exactly. Thoughts and actions work together.
So maybe the answer is thoughts are the beginning and actions are the proof.
Yes, I like that. Thoughts start the journey and actions make the journey real.
Perfect. And maybe our listeners can tell us what they think.
Yes. Do you think thoughts are more important or actions? Please share in the comments.
That will be interesting to read.
So, Liam, I think it's time to bring our listeners into the conversation.
Yes, I agree. Friends, we've been talking a lot about thoughts today, but now we want to hear from you.
Let's start with a simple question. Do you believe your thoughts shape your life?
Take a moment and think about it. Maybe remember one day when your thoughts were very negative. How did you feel? What did you do?
And then think about a day when your thoughts were positive. Did your actions change? Did your day feel different?
I'm sure many of you have good examples.
Yes. For example, maybe one of you thought, I can't speak English, and then you didn't try to practice. But another day, maybe you thought, I can say one small sentence, and you spoke.
Exactly. That's how thoughts create action.
We'd love if you could share your story with us. Write in the comments, one time my thoughts helped me, or one time my thoughts stopped me.
That would be so interesting to read. And also, you can inspire other listeners.
Yes, when we share, we help each other.
I also want to ask another question. Which tip from today will you try?
Right. We gave you some ideas, like writing 3 things you're thankful for, or saying a positive sentence in the morning.
So, which one sounds good for you? Maybe you can start tomorrow morning.
Or maybe tonight, you can write one thing you are thankful for before going to sleep.
Yes, even one small step can change the way you feel.
Another question for our listeners, do you think thoughts are more important or actions?
Haha, yes, like our little debate earlier. Remember, I said thoughts are the leader, and Chloe said actions are the proof?
Yes, I think both are important. But maybe you, our listeners, have your own opinion.
So please share it with us.
And if you're shy, that's okay. You can just think about it in your mind. Even that is good practice for English and for life.
That's true. Just listening and thinking is already helpful.
But if you want to practice writing in English, the comment section is a safe place.
Yes, no one will judge you. We are all learning together.
So, friends, remember, your thoughts matter. Your words matter. And even your small action, like writing one comment, can be the start of a new habit.
That's so true, Chloe.
Okay, Liam, maybe now we should move to our closing.
Yes, let's do it.
So, friends, we are coming to the end of today's episode.
Yes, thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Today, we talked about the idea that your thoughts shape your life. We shared our personal stories. We talked about the benefits of positive thinking and also the problems of negative thinking.
And we shared some simple tips to help you change your thoughts. Remember, start the day with a positive sentence. Write what you're thankful for. Be kind to yourself. Check if your thought is really true. And spend time with positive people.
Yes, even one small step can make a difference.
And don't forget our little debate. Are thoughts more important or are actions more important? We'd love to know what you think.
Please share your ideas with us in the comments. Your story might help another listener feel stronger.
And if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, Daily Cup English.
Yes, and click the bell so you don't miss any new episodes.
We post daily, so you can practice English every day with us.
And if you're listening on a podcast app, follow us there too.
We want to be part of your daily routine, like a small cup of English with your coffee or tea.
That's why we call it Daily Cup English.
Exactly.
Before we say goodbye, let's leave our listeners with one final thought.
Sure. Mine is simple. Be careful with your thoughts, because they are powerful.
And mine is, don't just think, also take action.
Together, your thoughts and your actions can build the life you want.
That's a perfect way to end today's episode.
So, thank you again, everyone. We're so happy you joined us.
Take care, stay positive, and keep practicing your English.
We'll see you tomorrow in the next episode.
Bye-bye.